Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right guys, first things first, I hope you guys survived the solar eclipse today. Now, it went black and then it went back to light very quickly here, so I'm fine. I hope you guys are fine as well. Let's get into the video today. So today we're going to be talking about Sojaboy, Usman, Umar, and Kim Menzies. Now, this is really shocking, but Kim and Sojaboy are actually together. They've been reunited. So what is going on? Are these two getting back together romantically? Because it appears that Kim is back in Nigeria. Super crazy, puzzling stuff with these two. Now, you know, just recently we spoke about Sojaboy, and in an Instagram post that he did just recently, he was at a birthday party for kids, and in the picture he was holding a young girl, maybe about a year or so old. It's unclear how old she was, but she wasn't a newborn, and he referred to that girl as his daughter. And this raised questions like, oh my god, Sojaboy had a child? Who was the mom? When did this happen? What is going on with Sojaboy and this baby? And in the video we did about that last week, I said I feel like this is just Sojaboy kind of trying to mislead people. I think maybe it's a custom for where he's from, perhaps, to use that kind of language. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think it's his daughter. And I think that if he did have a child, I think that he would have publicized it from the birth, because that's kind of what Usman Umar does, is he loves publicity. Now, on the Kim Menzies side, Kim and former cast member Riley were heavily rumored to be involved romantically. Now, as it turns out, that's not the case. Riley actually has another girlfriend. And so we'll talk a little bit about that, because the last time we spoke about Riley and Kim, we were wondering if these two were together or not. So we'll update you guys on what's going on with Riley quickly. But first, let's get right into this story, because I was pretty shocked when I came across this just today, really. So picture of Sojaboy here. Now, this is coming to us from TVShowsAce.com. Kimberly, Menzies, and Usman Umar together again. Cast members Usman and Kimberly got together for a surprising reunion recently. Now, after everything they went through in their TLC scenes, most watchers didn't think they would ever see this again. Now, you guys remember that, Kim just recently, I think, I forget which spinoff it was. I think it was A Single Life. She had a picture of Usman that she threw in the trash can and lit it on fire, basically to signify that she is completely done with this user and, whatever she wants to call Usman, but she was completely done with him. She had enough of his shenanigans, and so she lit his picture on fire. That was just like 2 months ago. So that's why this is very shocking. And of course, Usman and Kim totally broke things off the last time they were around. So most watchers didn't think they would ever see this again. So what is going on in this situation? So, Kim and Usman had one of the most dramatic storylines fresh off of his disastrous situation with baby girl Lisa Ham. Usman didn't take very long to secure more 90 Day Fiancé scenes when he found Kimberly Menzies, his biggest fan. She was a super fan. She came to Nigeria to meet him, and she had basically a bag full of shirts with his face on it. It was ultra cringe, perhaps the most cringe that I've ever felt while watching 90 Day Fiancé. I kind of felt secondhand embarrassment for Kimberly during those early scenes. Now, I have to give Kimberly some credit. She changed her behavior around. By the end of their appearances, I became a bit more of a, I wouldn't say fan of Kimberly, but I started liking her more. In the early days, I thought that she was absolutely nuts for what she was doing. Usman Umar insisting on finding older women for his 90 Day Fiancé storyline. More often than not, large age gap relationships don't work out for the long haul for 90 Day Fiancé pairs. This only led to the scamming claims as viewers accused Usman of securing airtime to promote his music and other ventures rather than to find a genuine relationship. So, in the previous video I did, I believe I did a video, I forget, about Angela, I believe. And I got accused of calling Usman and Michael scammers. Now, first of all, just want to address that quickly. I think Michael and Usman are two different people. Now, when it comes to Usman, I think it's pretty obvious that Usman wanted to come to the USA, because some people think that Usman never really wanted to come to the USA. I think that is completely false. Early on, he wanted his dream. He was talking about talking to Drake and all of these pop stars in the USA, and he had dreams of becoming famous in the USA. Now, the problem with Usman is that he's not, it's not a problem actually. This is probably a positive thing. He's not a dumb guy. He realized early on that this American dream that he had was likely not going to work out. First of all, the relationship with Lisa Ham was a disaster, and obviously he had no real interest in Lisa Ham. He was obviously using her for something, and that was the green card. I think everybody could see that there was no other reason why Usman would ever be involved with 55-year-old chain smoker baby girl Lisa Ham from Pennsylvania. I just don't see it. Now, Usman realized early on that because he's from Nigeria, because he's dating a lady that is over 20 years older than he is, he realized that the chances of getting that green card were slim to none. So then what happened, in my opinion, is Usman changed course and he said, you know what? Even if I can't go to the USA, let me use this show as a crutch to build my career as a pop star here in Nigeria. So he did that, but then he also met Kim. And obviously, I think the relationship with Kim was less about him trying to come to the USA and more about him just using the show to promote his stuff. And I say that because he actually dropped a lot of music or some music, and it coincided with like when his episodes aired and things like that. So he obviously knew what he was doing, but he obviously felt like he had less chances of coming to the USA. And not because he didn't want to, I don't think, but I think just because he was being realistic with the situation. So I just wanted to address that quickly in the comments that we got on the last video. But you guys will let me know what you think about that. Do you guys think that Usman is a scammer or not? You know, I mean, what kind of guy just goes after ladies in their 50s when, you know, he's in his early 30s? That just doesn't make any sense. Obviously, he's looking for something. That's just the way that I see it. You guys will let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Now, 90 Day Fiancé didn't trust Usman's motives from the beginning. Being in TLC scenes has worked out well for him. He has been able to promote his music and gain exposure to a bigger audience than otherwise. It wasn't a big surprise when Usman and Kim didn't get along or didn't get the happy ending that she hoped for. Kimberly took the loss of Usman hard, as she was always more invested in what they had than he was. Unfortunately, going their separate ways was the only inevitable outcome for this duo. Now, after everything Kimberly and Usman went through during their 90 Day Fiancé journey, the pair surprised viewers when they reunited for a TikTok live recently. Many viewers would never talk to Usman again if they were Kimberly, but she was all smiles in her recent session with the man from Nigeria. 90 Day Fiancé fans had a lot to say about this, and many were hoping for Kim's sake that she doesn't get pulled back in by Usman, especially after everything they both went through. Many commenters left warning messages for Kim, especially when it comes to protecting her peace. So I don't have access to this particular TikTok, but we're going to look at something else where Kim and Usman are together. So you can see right here that they did TikTok side by side. One fan said, please tell me she's not after him again. Another person said, oh Lord, not these two again. A third person said, if this 52-year-old fool hasn't learned her lesson yet, she deserves all the tomfoolery that's coming to her. So what is going on TikTok? This is Usman's account, official Sojaboy right here. So Usman has been trying to promote his music. He's been trying to do a little bit of acting in, these kind of like web shows, basically kind of like anybody can produce these and put them on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And one of them is called Yahoo Boy. So Usman kind of like just tackling on the accusations. Of course, Yahoo Boy is a Nigerian love scammer. He's kind of tackling all of these things head on by even acting in things that basically he's been accused of doing himself. Now, in one of his, in his most recent video, this is what's interesting, guys. Check this out. So, if you guys, I don't know if I can pause that, but so this looks like this is in Usman's hometown or somewhere in northern Nigeria. And I don't know if you guys can spot this one lady in the back, but, well, there she is right there. And actually, did we? Okay, let's go back to that video right there. So we can kind of see that Kim is there, and she's all dressed up. She has a hijab and everything. She's fully dressed up. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I have no idea what's going on. And you know, there's a large group of people here, some Nigerian, and there's also, you know, some foreigners, some white people in there, Kim and some other people. I don't know what's going on. Perhaps they're doing some kind of show. Perhaps some kind of, you can see Kim is right there on the side. She's sitting on this kind of golden chair, and they're playing, you know, some music. They have instruments. And here are, I guess, some of Usman's friends or colleagues. There's Usman right there, and there's Kim right there. And there's a lady right there that's not dressed up in this kind of traditional, I would assume, clothing, which is what they're going for. I really don't know here. I'm just, that would be a guess. But, you know, the other lady, I guess she's a videographer and just taking videos and pictures of what's going on. So you can see that Kim and Usman in Nigeria. I don't know if this is old or new, but this was posted a couple of days ago. And so Kim and Usman, they did a live that was, you know, captured by TV Shows Ace. And here's another video that Usman himself posted with Kim. I don't know what is going on with these two guys. This is just crazy to me. Why is Kim even giving Usman any attention? I can't comprehend this for the life of me. So this was posted, I believe, 1 week ago on Usman's TikTok. Now, let's see what's going on here with, you know, Kim Menzies and Riley, because they were heavily rumored to be together. So Kim loves interacting with her followers on Instagram, and she was asked this: do you think as a grown woman love is difficult to find? Yes, 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 but I'm talking to someone now that I am very interested in. He's coming here soon, so we shall see how it goes. She often engages with them. Now, what's interesting here is it's unclear if she's talking about someone coming from outside of the U.S. or someone from outside of San Diego, which is where she lives. So it's unclear. To me, it sounds like perhaps she's talking about someone from outside the U.S., but we don't know. Just imagine if she's talking about Usman Umar. That would be so crazy, guys. Now, she often engages with them in fun Q&A sessions and doesn't shy away from talking about things in her private life. So she does think that, you know, finding love for her is difficult. Now, Riley from 90 Day Fiancé was dating Vietnamese teacher Violet on the show. He was suspicious of Violet's behavior so much that he even hired a private investigator. One of the craziest things that I think I've seen on the show was Riley hiring that investigator in Vietnam. Now, of course, David also did it. David and his Ukrainian girlfriend, I believe he was also involved with an investigator in the Ukraine, but that's because we all thought that Lana was a catfish, and so did David. He wasn't sure what was going on. But this one was a weird situation. I thought it kind of showed a very controlling nature by Riley. Now, Violet revealed she was pregnant with Riley's baby in the finale, but she also said that she lost the baby during the tell-all. Riley did not believe the baby was his, but did confirm that Violet was coming to America after the reunion to meet him. Now, things between Riley and Violet basically didn't work out, and in October of last year, Riley was busy flirting with Kim on Instagram Live. So they've been, you know, all over Instagram the last couple of months. They've been together and whatnot, and you could see why the romance rumors were sparked by this behavior. So Kim and Riley also, you know, this seems like a couple that could work out, right? They seem, they're age appropriate. It looks like their personalities could mesh. It seems like a couple that could work out just by looking at them. Of course, it most likely will be a complete and utter disaster, but obviously this is a little better than Kim, you know, being a super fan of 30-year-old Sojaboy Usman Umar from Sokoto, Nigeria. So there's at least that. Now, Riley teased that he had made plans to meet Kim. He told Kim that his father referred to her as his future daughter-in-law. And this is, I think, kind of like what really sparked the rumors here. Fans started questioning the nature of Kim and Riley's relationship. Now, in November, Kim and Riley spent time together at Tyree Millet's birthday party. By New Year's Eve, Riley posted a photo of him having wine with a mystery woman as he held her hand. This time, viewers were certain that it was Kim's hand, but they did insist that it wasn't her. Now, basically, what happened is that Kim and Riley were roped in to star on episodes of Pillow Talk as a pair, but they maintained that they were just friends. Riley recently confirmed he was in a relationship with a woman named Lexi. So he put an end to the rumors that he was romantically involved with Kim. The woman is a realtor and a fellow cigar enthusiast, so it looks like Riley finally found his match. And I guess we'll have to wait and see who Kim's boyfriend is. I'm not sure if there's been any updates on the situation, but Riley mentioning that his girlfriend, he has a new girlfriend, and it's not Kim, it's a new lady. So that's the story for today, guys. Just very puzzling stuff with Sojaboy and Kim just being spotted together, doing lives together, and perhaps Kim being in Nigeria. Now, like I said, it's possible that it's an old clip that Sojaboy is posting on his TikTok and maybe trying to lead us astray. Not exactly sure if it is or it isn't, but it's very weird. So what do you guys make of this whole thing? Would you guys like to see Kim and Sojaboy try, run it back one more time? I don't see it. I don't see that working out. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.